Okay, this is a demo video to show you how to add what are called anchor links onto your website. Now, anchor links or internal links are a link on your page that links to another place on the same page. This is particularly useful for long pages with lots of content. So here's a page that I've set up to show you how to do this. As you can see, it's quite a long page. So we've got 3 sections on the page there, sections 1, 2 and 3, and up the top I've already created the text which we want to be our links. So the goal for this is that we want to set it up so that you click on link to section 1, drops down to section 1, link to section 2, down to section 2, etc. So to do this, we go to ExcitePanel, find the page that we want to edit and click edit next to it. Okay, once this loads, we will scroll down to the content edit area. Now the first thing we need to do is set the anchor points. So we do this by clicking our mouse and putting the cursor where we want the drop down section to be, and we click this button here on the toolbar, which is the anchor button, and then we give it a name. So we'll call this one section 1. Now it's always good to call it something that you will be able to identify and remember for later, and you'll see why in a second. So that's section 1. We'll put an anchor here for section 2. And again for section 3. Okay, so now we've got our anchor points, and you can see them highlighted there by the little yellow anchor symbol. Now the next step is to create our links to drop down to that. So what we'll do is we'll scroll back up to the top here and find our text that we want to be the link itself, and we highlight that with our mouse. So we'll do link to section 1 first, and we select the link button on the toolbar. Okay, so now we're going to change the link type for this one to link to anchor in the text. And now if we select this drop down here by anchor name, we'll see the 3 anchors that we've already created on this page. So for this one we're going to select section 1 and click OK. Now you'll see that that's a link. So we'll do that for the other 2, and I'll just show you the front end of how it will work. Okay, so now we've created our 3 links, so what we're going to do is publish what we've done. Wait till that saves, then we'll go back to the live version and we will refresh the page. So now you'll see there are links to section 1, 2 and 3. So if we click the link to section 1, it will drop down to having section 1 at the top of the page. Same for section 2, and of course same for section 3. Now something else that's quite handy to do when you've got a page as long as this is to create another link throughout the page, and you can do it as many times on the page as you like, called a back to top link. Now to do that, all you would do is add some text to somewhere, say in the corner here, that says back to top, create an anchor with the anchor point at the top of the page, and just link it to the top of the page. And that's really handy. Say if I was going to read section 2 and then all of a sudden I want it to be back at the top of the page, I've got a back to top link. So there's lots of things you can do with anchors. You've just got to be very careful to make sure that your text on your page is still not so long that it's not readable. If it gets too long, you might want to break it up into separate pages, but anchors are a good way of making it easy to read when you do have quite a bit of text on a page.